Kansas City Chiefs have yet to issue a statement about wide receiver Rashee Rice's latest offseason disaster. Brett Veach and Andy Reid are undoubtedly discussing what to do next. I'm Daniel Booth here with your Chiefs news of the day. If you are new to this channel, we break down the very latest Chiefs news every day. Now listen, make no mistake, I am not a journalist. I am not a Chiefs insider. I am just a 40-something-year-old fatty who has been in love with the Chiefs since the Steve DeBerg and Marty Schottenheimer days. And if you love talking with your buddies about the Chiefs like I do, like and subscribe to the channel, as that is what this thing is all about. So let's get right into it. If you have been living under a rock for the past 24 hours, well, I've got bad news for you. Chiefs Rashee Rice is under investigation for allegedly hitting a photographer. That's according to the Dallas News. So it should be noted that charges have not been filed against Rice in regards to the assault just yet, though a man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, including swelling on one side of his face. That's per a ESPN report. However, with a long suspension looming, or the Chiefs deciding to cut Rice altogether, the obvious question becomes, how do we replace him? Because here's the bad news, everyone. Obviously, Rice already in huge hot water for that hit-and-run accident back in early April. He's facing 8 charges right now because of the hit-and-run. He fled, was doing 119 miles per hour in a rented Lamborghini. A lot of people got hurt. Just because of that, they're already saying that Rice is going to be suspended potentially for half the season. And now with this latest incident, punching a photographer in a Dallas nightclub just a month later, you have to just wonder, where do we go from here? Now, the first would be to draft a wide receiver, and a few names are out there that could be huge. The first and foremost that I will bring up is obviously right across Kansas and into Denver. It'd be their number one, Courtland Sutton, trade rumors. Now, this report came out on April 24th. The Steelers have been linked to the wide receiver, despite the Broncos rejecting the offers. But listen, here's what we know. The Broncos, obviously in rebuild mode. Sutton, they are saying, would count $17 million towards their cap. So if they were to trade him, and he's their number one, he's 6'4", he's an absolute beast, as we know, as we've seen playing him. They owe him $17 million. And so they would absorb, I think what they're saying is 1/3 of that salary. So the Chiefs could potentially get him on the cheap, if you call that cheap, for a 1-year deal worth around, what would that be? 17 divided by 3, 10 point something million, 10.5 million, something like that. Don't judge me on my math. But potentially the Chiefs could get him on the cheap. However, I would also wonder if the Broncos would be willing to trade this guy to the Chiefs, and being in the AFC West. But that it still is one potential. And the next would be a possible fix for the Chiefs would be to sign former Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, who is still on the free agent market. Renfrow, as we know, has taken a step back in recent years, but much of that could really be blamed on the quarterback for the Raiders. It's still Oakland. It's still Los Angeles to me. The Vegas Raiders. When Derek Carr was still in Vegas, Renfrow was pretty much an elite slot receiver and thrived in the short to intermediate passing games, which you think, well, that could be huge. That could be a huge addition, considering that we signed Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy, who both have speed and the ability to stretch the field. So a nice slot receiver could be pretty awesome. Now, the other thing that the Chiefs have already done is made one move yesterday, signing Chiefs wide receiver Jaron Hayek following a successful tryout at Chiefs mining camp. And let's bring up this guy here real quick and take a look at this one. Yeah, apparently this guy is awesome, and the one thing that they're saying about this guy, he's 6'1". The specs on him: 200-pound Hayek, played 5 seasons for Villanova. Well, Frank Bowl will like that. From 2019 through 2013, catching 170 passes for 2,744 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 48 career games. That is not too shabby. Now with a contract in hand, he'll have the opportunity, they're saying, to pick up where he left off when the Chiefs began OTAs during the week of May 20th. But apparently this guy came in to the rookie mini camp and impressed everyone so much that Veach has already decided, to give him a contract. That's pretty hopeful. Now, again, hopefully this Rice thing, he's only going to be suspended a few games, but if additional charges are filed by Dallas police, as I said in yesterday's video, I think the Chiefs are going to be forced to consider parting ways with Rice, which is heartbreaking, not only to us fans, but to Rice as well. I mean, the guy went to SMU, which is in Dallas, and all of this nonsense is happening in Dallas. So again, I kind of alluded to this yesterday, and I just think it bears repeating. I just have to ask, where are his friends? Where is his family? Where are his lawyers? Where is his agents? Where is his team who is stepping up and holding Rice accountable and telling him he stands to lose everything if he keeps this up? After that hit and run last month, he should have immediately rented a one-bedroom apartment 5 minutes from Arrowhead and spent the rest of the summer laying low and doing everything in his power to restore his reputation. The fact that he was out at a nightclub on Sunday night after that traffic accident and allegedly punched a photographer is just absolutely, it's 100% unacceptable. Now, I have stated in the past that extremely talented players who get in trouble early in their careers, they usually go one of two ways. Either they recognize that they have to grow up and get smart, or they flush their careers down the toilet instead and live a life of regret. Because listen, Chiefs fans, that's a common tale in the NFL. What do you think? What is your solution? Let me know in the comment section below, and we can keep this conversation. Thanks for watching. I'm Daniel Booth. Have a safe and wonderful night. And as always, go Chiefs. Let's go Chiefs.